welcome back to the channel. So as you can see, I've popped into a couple of shops, and no guys, today's video I'm not gonna go through my shop, although I will just mention a few things and the prices here. There is a reason, obviously those few bits are here in front of me. I popped into Tesco's and Lidl's yesterday, and obviously going around and doing my normal price checks, as I do guys, whether I do my weekly or monthly prepping shopping haul videos or not, I always just pay attention to the prices. And if you do the same, you'll probably be aware that for the past few months things are kind of normalized a little bit. Things haven't dropped down in price, but they kind of stopped going up. Well, until recently. So again, the best example I can say it's by Lidl, because I can see the increases there for the past couple of weeks I've been going in. And of course one of them has been olive oil. If you know, I've been buying olive oil every time, every prep. When I used to buy the olive oil when the prices were still okay, I used to buy olive oil all the time, but now price is more than doubled. My point is guys, I bring another video because it made me think really how unaffordable the prepping part is becoming. And there's not just even the prepping, but for many of us it's actually just the general affordability of things that are in the supermarkets alongside of everything else. Obviously you currently, though you're probably aware and you've been affected by this as well, we're talking about like the council tax that increased in Wales our council tax increased by 11%. Thus we're actually paying approximately £300 a month on the council tax, okay? Whether obviously then the council then sheds that money to Ukraine to for the Zelensky to come and buy a castle in UK for 25 million, but that's another story, right? Something to cover in a different video. But nonetheless, guys, okay, and things becoming harder, and of course the current escalation of the things with war, we all aware, guys, that is going to have a major effect on the whole prices and things again. And another thing, guys, because we have really wet few months in here, you've probably seen some articles where basically farmers are saying that potentially they are not going to have any crops whatsoever due to the fields being flooded. So a lot of things potentially will not be available in the supermarket. Although we're not really talking about the food shortages, I'm kind of really talking about the affordability and really how frugal we now have to be able to, if we still want to prep, or be able to even afford to have some sort of decent living, is to actually be able to make some sort of choices and careful choices how you shop. So I said, especially if you do want to purchase some things alongside of your normal shop to be able to put aside. I always tell you guys, right, if you go into whatever supermarkets, find their reduced shelves and have a look around. And the Lidl being one of the really best ones that I keep mentioning, and hopefully comment below if you do have this, but our Lidl created an aisle where they do have like not so specials, but after the weeks of specific food specials, they basically put the stuff in one aisle and they kind of reduce that slowly until the final price of the reduced items becomes 59p. And you got to be there, you got to be really lucky to get something that you want and to be able to have the quantity that they have for you to buy it. So in this instance, and my point number one, guys, the frugality part is do your rounds, find out on your ask in the supermarket what time they do reducing stuff, and go around and obviously shop around. So when I popped into Lidl, I bought some dates, okay? This is 1 kilo, okay? And they were initially £6.99, okay? They were reduced, yes, you guessed it, to 59p, okay? So obviously, knowing me, I use those into making the protein bar. I'll put the recipe out there. They're really good, full of vitamins, and they keep really well. The date is best before, so it doesn't matter. So I've got a few of them in front of me. I'm not going to be mentioning the quantities I bought, guys, just not to upset anybody with my quantities, but I bought a few, okay, as you would anyway. There was still loads of them available at the moment, but I use them a lot, so a great thing to have, okay? The same thing was there pretty much next door is the pistachios, okay, salted and roasted. Again, they're reduced from £6 to 56p, 59p, sorry, I get confused. So again, the same thing. I only bought 6. They only had 6 left, but it is a massive saving, and I totally appreciate this is not really technically a prepping food, if you wish, but they will last for a long time. And I did say to you guys, the fruits and nuts are a really good thing generally to have as your luxury prepping items, if you wish. They do last well and they taste really good. And for 59p, guys, this is 300 grams, so it is very good, okay? The same things, right? So next thing, right, olive oil. I stopped buying olive oil quite a while back, and I said to yourself one of the videos that when it hits like £4 or £5, I said I would not be purchasing olive oil from Lidl again. And yes, I stopped buying this a good few months ago because it's well surpassed the price. I still have about 15 bottles approximately of the Lidl olive oil. And there's even a bottle here, guys, right? The expiry was February 24, and the price on there from one of my videos is £3.99. For all of you not aware, 2 years ago, the price of olive oil in Lidl was £2.69, and then went up to £2.99, and then so on, so on. So now it's £6.79. I can guarantee you I'll go there next week, and that'll probably be like £7. If you have a look at the posh oils, like in Asda or anywhere else, like some bottles they have like 13 quid, 17 quid. It's absolute joke. It's honestly, it's absolutely ridiculous, all right? So anyway, my point is, guys, for the frugality part of it, because olive oil is a big part probably for many of us who obviously like to cook or generally cook, if you do like olive oil. However, it is very unaffordable. As I said, I'm glad I have my backup. And this is again really the part where we prep, not just for the situations, but for things like this, right? I'll be saving myself an absolute fortune, not have to be buying olive oil now for God knows how long. So the frugal tip there, guys, if you don't want to or can't afford to buy the olive oil, yes, of course you can buy the vegetable oils. However, okay, and I did the short video, guys, make your own tallow, okay? It's kind of totally different thing. It's got different flavor, but this is basically rendered fat, and it could be a beef tallow or lamb tallow, okay? It could be even a pork tallow, be it a bit basically called lard. But the point is, right, you can go to your local butcher, okay, or any in a supermarket, Morrison's, if they have a really, really big butchering section. You can ask them for fat. They'll cut the fat off and they throw it away. But that means that you can have it for free, okay, in many instances, and you can render it and you can make yourself fat that you can cook with. It is good for you, okay, it does have some good benefits in there. So the point is, guys, as a prepper, we're gonna find the ways, right? So this is one of the ways. I'll put the link, if I can, down below for it's a short video I did how to make tallow. It's nothing to be scared about, and you basically can totally eliminate the oils and fats from your budget by being able to create one of yours for free. So next thing, guys, again as well, talking about buying stuff on deals, Tesco's. Check up your Tesco's. They seem to be at the moment, which is kind of really good of them. They do the deals on a club card. I know not everybody has a club card and people many disagree with having it. However, you could really save yourself a lot of money. Again, a couple of weeks back, they did all of the Tesco's, or all of the pasta sauces, rice sauces, every single jarred sauce was 3 for 2. So basically, if you picked a really basic Tesco one from the bottom shelf for like 47 pence, or 44p, or whatever the original price was, if you bought obviously 3, you get one of them would be free. So basically they worked out to be like 33 pence, and this is cheaper than any other. And they had this on the branded ones as well, so if any of you don't like to have smart price kind of jars, they literally had this on everything. And again, I feel my boots, right? It wasn't like while stock last. They had this running for about a week, and I had literally all of them, including the pestos, everything was 3 for 2. So I saved an absolute fortune. And again, even if you can't afford to buy this in a massive, massive bulk, okay, looking out for the deals like this, just to buy some for the week or for 2, 4 months, whatever, you still be able to save you a little bit more money. And the same thing, guys, as well with the things, if you go around checking out, like things like the mugshot, the little pasta, instant pasta sauces to be put away, or if you're taking for lunch, but they're basically from 90p or 99p to 50p on a club card for, again, for about a week. And of course, again, prepping in advance is the Easter stuff. Initially, they reduced stuff by half price, and then obviously now Easter stuff is pretty much on clearance at a quarter. So I bought, again, I'm not saying the quantities, but they had a loads and loads of stuff there available. Take your pick, like things like those Reese's little Easter eggs. They were like 45p or something for 5 of them. And the celebrations, Easter celebrations, they're reduced from £4 to £1. And again, chocolate will sit in your pantry for a really, really long time. So one of the things in front of me as well, guys, I have is the paracetamol. That's another, the price increase from Tesco's. Ibuprofen and paracetamol was 42 pence, okay, in Tesco's. And I popped in, and paracetamol, a very basic one, is 85 pence. It is still 32 or 34 pence in Lidl. So again, you have to be really super careful where you buy, because prices just sneak up, and you might, unless you're actually paying attention, you could be really overpaying for something that you don't really be overpaying for. So that's that, guys. Really, it's not necessarily really about the whinge, but they're just the observations, and I think that things are going to become that much more harder. Again, the petrol prices are going to be going up. Obviously, we're on oil heating, so again, the oil prices will be going up. So things generally are going up. And I guarantee you now, this ball rolling with the prices in the supermarkets, we're going to be seeing a quite high increase of prices amongst many of the products. And again, potential shortages of certain veg, like farmers are saying, but that will be obviously later on. So the key points are for me, guys, to pass this on to you guys, is first of all, is shop frugal. Okay, make sure you do your rounds, or ask when the reduced times are. Check out the Lidl. I do pretty sure that this is not just in my Lidl, it has to be all Lidls across, because all their labels are now digital, so that means they can change the prices at any point. So ask them when they do reductions, if they can tell you, and then go and check this out. Secondly, also, obviously, don't forget check out your local butcher if you can. And my last tip as well, guys, check out Amazon. If you are looking at stocking up still, whether it's a bulk buying or not bulk buying, check out Amazon on a regular basis. I do this again as regularly as I can, and I'll post any deals if there are to be had. And the last one was, guys, is the beans, the moth beans that I put up for you. It was out of stock, but their 5 kilos were down to the price of £5 and a bit, okay? And it happened before, and there seemed to be like a glitch on Amazon. Every time that something that they ship on their behalf, especially food, and it goes out of stock, but they're expecting it to be replenished, for some reason the price gets cut by half, and it happened to many products I bought before. It says to you, oh, you have to wait about a month, but in fact, sometimes it only happens in a couple of days. So when those moth beans were for £5, I ordered them, it said I have to wait for a month, and in fact they were delivered within 3 days. And of course, when they go back in stock, the price went up to like £15 or £12, I can't remember. But the point is, it happens all the time, and if I do see this, I will, guys, post it to you. Again, if you just have a look yourself, make a point of checking this out, and you can really kind of find some bargains and stock it up. So really, guys, that's that. I just really wanted to share my observations and couple of little tips for you to, and obviously some purchases for you to have a look at it. So anyway, please comment your thoughts down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye bye.